It's hard to believe that next week marks the halfway point of the regular season, but to get there, we have to get through this weekend. And tonight, it's four-star TCU commit Travion Williams and the CE King Panthers coming into Texan Drive Stadium to take on Timmy Ware and the New Caney Eagles. Hello, everybody. J.W. Smith alongside head coach Burt Brocker coming to you live tonight for this 21-5A matchup here in New Caney, Texas. CE King is coming into tonight carrying a 2-1 overall record, but won their district opener last week against Dayton, and they were a playoff team last year, and they're expected to be one this year again, and they're off to a strong start in their 2015 campaign. And with a lot of that success is attributed to their four-star running back, Travion Williams. On the other side of the ball, you have the New Caney Eagles, who last season were a middle-of-the-pack team that ended up finishing just outside of playoff eligibility. And they were a young team then that would grow and mature into the squad they have now. Thus far, they're an undefeated offensive juggernaut, averaging 53 points per game by way of a roughly balanced attack by Coach Brady Pennington. Bert, if you're another team in 21-5A, this New Caney squad definitely has your attention at this point, and this is their first true test of the year. What do you feel about this game tonight?
Well, I think the big thing will be his defense. I mean, you talk about both offenses, and they're both very powerful, so somebody's going to have some turnovers or stops. I mean, because both of these offenses have the ability to go down the field and score at will. So be real interesting to see how they adjust defensively. I mean, because at the end of the day, both teams are going to put points on the board. So you can't get nervous. There's not a number you're down by that but the question is, how do you rally your defenses to come in here and play good defense, play fundamentals, try not to give up the long ball, and give easy touchdowns.
Well, that's exactly how I feel about it as well. The key tonight is going to be the defenses of these two teams, because both of these teams have the ability to score a lot of points fast, and whoever has the best defensive plan to stop the other team's offensive star, I think, has the best chance to take a victory. And you mentioned the turnover battle. New Caney only has one turnover this season, and that was thrown last week by Timmy Ware against Porter. And other than that, they've been flawless.
Yeah, and he's got 12 touchdowns. He comes in here with 917 yards. I think you said 60% completion. So, we actually got an opportunity. I'm involved with a Tacita 7-on-7, so came in here and did some scrimmage, and so got to see him sling the ball. And no doubt he can definitely throw the ball around the field.
Well, last week I was out here during the Porter game. And you're exactly right. I mean, he was all over the field with the ball. He's also a running threat. He's got 41 carries for 261 yards and a touchdown on the season. Last week was 13 carries for 35 yards, but mostly he's been a dual threat, even though he's not specifically listed as a dual threat quarterback.
Exactly. Well, as I said, this is a matchup we were looking for, which should be a good one. Can't be more excited about it than we are tonight. And, of course, what a beautiful stadium. And let's talk a little bit about that. New Caney School District came to me 2.5 years ago as this was becoming reality, had an opportunity to come out here. And our dealerships, of course, we have Texan, Buick, GMC, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram just right up the road, had an opportunity to partner with the school district. This is Texan Drive Stadium. And there's just so many positive things going on out here. You look out front, you see them getting ready for what's going to be a lot of retail, a lot of hotels, a lot of things coming here. Grand Parkway, You can see it's flying. So, when I did this, a lot of people were like, "What have you done?" And I'm like, "Guys, y'all don't understand. This is an area that is coming. It's going to be, a great place to be, and just super excited personally to know that." And as he said, I'm Burt Brocker, head coach of your Texan car dealerships and owner of TexanLive.com. So a lot going on right here. Very proud to be part of this district and, the future of where it's going and where it's at today right now.
Yeah, it is absolutely a beautiful stadium, Bert. And I was really impressed the first time I came up here. It's not a typical 5A stadium. It almost looks like a 6A facility to me. And I've been around town a lot. This is one of the nicer stadiums I've been in for sure. So.
Yep, it's got a nice banquet room that seats over 300 people that, and plugging what they all do out here. So if you've got an event, if you've got a Christmas party, we're actually having our Christmas party here this year. So, it's just a wonderful complex. You look around, it's built for speed. Potentially soccer international and some other soccer matches they're looking for different playoff rounds and of course even some college because it's set up. The stadium was built where both sides have the same exact locker room, so whether you're home or visitor, you come here, you come in here and you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And and you walk out and you see the stadium and you just, you got to say, wow, they just did a phenomenal job up here of putting this stadium together.
I absolutely agree with you. And the location, as you were saying, is one of the better locations as this area is about to explode in development, like you were mentioning. With the Grand Parkway coming in, you can see it right here. The only thing right now is the getting in, but once everything is completed in this area, it's going to be a great venue for any kind of action, like you mentioned, playoffs. And here come the Panthers of CE King as they're taking the field. The Eagles from New Caney still in their locker room. It is homecoming here, so things are getting set to get underway. And while they're doing that, we're going to take a real quick break, and we're going to be right back with the kickoff. You're listening to TexanLive.com. Don't go anywhere.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Back here live from Texan Drive Stadium, J.W. Smith and Burt Brocker here for the homecoming matchup between the CE King Panthers and the New Caney Eagles. CE King has taken the field, and New Caney is getting set to barge through. And
here they come.
There they go. Homecoming matchup. This is a big game for both teams as they're technically tied for first place, so somebody's getting their first district loss here tonight. And these two teams, they could turn out to be fairly even. New Caney hasn't had that big test this year, and I think King did with the Magnolia game. So one team has faced the adversity. The other one has pretty much cruised here to this 3-0 record, but that's not, you don't write that off because what New Caney has done has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, it has. And like you said, I realize this offense, it's going to be a great test for them. We said that before the game. We talked about it. We looked at, looking in for, the schedule around the city of Houston. This is one of the better games. There's a lot of folks out here. See several of the TV stations here tonight. So, not only do we feel, TexanLive.com, that this is important. Naturally I do have some personal interest with the dealerships. But, that being aside, this game right here is ranked one of the better games in the city this week. And, and more importantly, it's going to show a lot about, and lose this game, either team in this district, you're still right in it. I mean, there's still a lot of quality opponents, but you still have an opportunity to play well. And we'll take a break right here
for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats and provide your undivided attention as Brandon Gray from New Caney High School says tonight's prayer.
Blessing all of us with another
time from Stewart.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7. TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Number 55, Aaron Maxey.
Back here live from Texan Drive Stadium for this 21-5A matchup between the CE King Panthers and the new Caney Eagles, as the captains of each team are approaching the midfield for the coin toss. It's a hot one out there tonight, 86 degrees. Well, it's not too hot for Texas, but it's the humidity that really gets you out there. You walk outside, it feels like a sauna.
I was going to say, when we were walking in earlier, I was like, holy cow, what happened to this little cool front that blew through here this
Oh, it's
past
gone.
weekend?
Fall is starting to show its teeth, though. So here we go. So King has won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half, so that means New Caney is going to get things started off. Timmy Ware and his offense are going to take the field here momentarily.
Well, and you see that in a lot of games, the deferring, but I was a little surprised with the high-power offense of King. They didn't want to get the ball, and let's go get it. But, hey, you know, the right thing is to defer. So, you know, at the end of the game, you just got to have the last possession and, of course, put the most points on the board. So, should be a shootout unless something that we've missed coming into this game. Should be a fun game here tonight, right here from Texan Drive Stadium, and looking forward to a good one, JW.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. David Harvey has been their number one wide receiver for New Caney. He has 18 receptions on the season, 527 yards and 7 touchdowns. Last week, he really took off with 6 receptions, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving. And then Marty Allison was their leading rusher, so you could expect more of that tonight, as he had 39 carries on the season, 273 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he's averaging 7 yards a carry right now. So that's a very impressive stat for a back.
Looks like Harvey and Allison will be back here to return this kickoff.
There you go. The two guys I just highlighted, they're back to return it and to kick the ball. It's going to be Samuel Williams of King. King wearing all white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, blue numbers. And New Caney in their gray tops with the blue shoulders and blue and gray helmets, gray pants, white numbers. And we're about to get set to get underway here at Texan Drive Stadium, and it's off. That ball is kicked all the way back, and it's going to fall into the end zone, and it's not going to be returned. It's going to be a touchback, so New Caney will start from the 20-yard line.
The kicker showed a nice leg right there, even though there is a little breeze behind him. So, again, you're watching the flags come in. Like, and you kind of heard it probably in some wind noise of our crowd mic. We apologize for that, but probably got a 15-mile, maybe even 20-mile-an-hour breeze at times blowing here tonight. So
that could play into the factor of why they might have deferred. They might have pushed New Caney to go into the wind.
Yep.
So Now Timmy Ware's going to take his guys out there. He's going to have 3 wide receivers. He's going to start out in the pistol tonight. Saw them in that a little bit last week, but not so much. They were mainly from a standard shotgun formation, so he's in the gun, and he puts his man in motion. He will drop back to pass, steps up, looking over the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's David Harvey, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be a touchdown as he has nobody around him, 15-10-5, and that's in the end zone. First play. They did that last week, and they've done it again.
75 yards.
Oh, my goodness.
That makes your numbers look awful good right there. And I mean, there was nobody. But more importantly, he turned the Jets on there. Harvey did, and got to the end zone because, there was a defender tracking him, but he just clearly showed he just outran him to the pylon. What a nice job. First play.
Well, and that play, you saw during the replay here, that he was matched up against a linebacker over the middle, and every time Harvey's going to beat a linebacker down the field. And that touchdown was brought to you by Allsoft's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more, as the kick is up and through the upright, so that's going to make the score 7-0 early here in the first quarter. After only 12 seconds, New Caney is up by 7. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to TexanDrive.com. Don't go anywhere.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from Texan Drive Stadium, New Caney, after only 12 seconds in one play, 75-yard touchdown pass from Timmy Ware to David Harvey. Bert, that's how you start a game right there.
Yes, it is. And, and he went trips to the right, one to the left, sent his back in motion there, and, just got mismatched. And that's exactly what a good quarterback does, and that's what game plan of head coach was, is, hey, they saw something in the defense that said that they wasn't going to be able to cover 5 people, and nice job right there. And, Ware did a nice job. One of the things that you can't see is he did a nice job of laying that ball up back against the wind and giving his receiver an opportunity to run underneath it, make a clean catch, and then, of course, finish the play off with a touchdown. So nice job by Ware there of throwing that ball up and putting it in a favor for his receiver.
Eduardo Martinez kicks the ball, and it's a high kick over towards the far side of the field. It will be fair caught at the 30-yard line. So they're staying away from the deep return men.
Well, and kicking back into that wind, that's probably not a bad idea. They did give up 5 there. Ball going to be placed down, looks like right around the 31. So actually they'll pick up almost 6 yards, where if you kick it out of the back of the end zone, ball's placed down on 25 now. But, it's just one of those things when you're kicking back in the wind. You don't want to leave a ball up there, try to kick a low-line drive, and then get it run back for a touchdown.
So it will be Jonathan Brantley in the gun. He's got 4 wide receivers, puts a man in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep around the outside edge towards the near side. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield, and that was Travion Williams with the carry, but he had nowhere to go as he was wrapped up by 2 New Caney Eagles in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice job right there by Adam from his stretching the play out and stopping them for actually a 3-yard loss.
That's going to be one of those plays that you're probably going to see a lot tonight as they're in the gun again. It will be handoff up the middle, and that's going to be Williams again. He's got a lot of room to run. He makes a cut. Now he's back towards the 40, the 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is brought. No, he stays on his feet, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown after, no, they're going to call him out of bounds at the 7-yard or this 12-yard line as he was tiptoeing down the sidelines. Looked like a pinball in there.
Well, we said it was going to be a shootout, and wow, 3 plays and almost 2 touchdowns. So clearly showed his speed there.
So go ahead.
Nice job by the defensive back there of actually keeping it from getting into the end zone.
So Brantley from the gun. He drops back to pass. He tosses over to his wide receiver on the left side. That's going to be Desmond Coleman, who makes the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, we're on the verge of another tie here at 7 points. And as you predicted, possible shootout on our hands.
Well, and we've still got 10:57 to go here in this first quarter. So 4 plays, 2 touchdowns. As we said, we wonder what defense, again, we said it before the game started, this is going to be a game that, at no situation is either team down in this game.
And Samuel Williams will kick the ball up through the uprights for the extra point, and that's good. And that touchdown also brought to you by Allsoft's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Your score here from Texan Drive Stadium, 7-7, knotted up with 10:57 to go. Don't go anywhere.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
C.E. King has tied it up here after only 3 plays down the field for 70 yards. And Bert, this game is looking like if it continues like this, which I don't expect it to, but if it does, we're in for a very wild evening.
Well, once again, kicker here has a win at his back, so be real interested to see if he'll go ahead and kick it out of the back of the end zone, or whether they'll try to do some kind of pooch kick, which is one of the things. But with the amount of depth that I see the kicker getting here, it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to kick this one out of the back of the end zone.
Well, you don't want to risk your return, as here comes the kick, and it is up, and a low, fast line drive kick, but it's going to go out of the end zone again. So he's 2 for 2 on touchbacks. Ball will be at the 25-yard line for the Eagles.
And a big leg right there. That ball actually landed about 7 yards in the end zone. So ball be placed down on the 25, and that's where Timmy Ware and the New Caney Eagles will go to work.
So Ware taking his men out to the 25-yard line. He's going to be in the gun most of the night. I don't believe we saw him under center at all against Porter. 2 wide receivers far and near, 1 back next to him. He stands in the gun. He will drop back. No, it'll be a bubble screen over to the right side, but not much there.
Knee was on the ground. That's one thing in high school is you got to be careful making that reception. Of course, receiver made sure to secure the pass, but when his knee was on the ground when he caught it, you're down by contact. Nobody has to touch you in high school ball, so ball's going to be placed right down there at the 25 for no gain.
So 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Clock running, 10:33 to go. Score tied at 7. Ware getting his call from Coach Pennington on the sidelines. Now this time he's got 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Ball in the near hash on the 25, and he'll fake the give and toss the ball over to his wide receiver. Devin Holmes will be wrapped up at the 30-yard line and brought down by a host of Panthers on that side of the ball.
But he will pick up 5 yards there, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
So 3rd and 5 now for the New Caney Eagles. Both of these teams undefeated in 21-5A after last week. Ware getting the call. Now they're going to do some substitutions and moving around. Play clock still at 20 seconds, so they have plenty of time. 9:41 on the clock. Now they're getting adjusted. They're going to have, looks like they're going to bunch the far side with 4 wide receivers and put 1 on the near. Ware in the gun. Here it comes. It's going to be a free play as there's a man offside. There's going to be a toss over to Andrew Segovia, who will take the ball down towards the far side. Brought down. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 39-yard line, maybe the 38, depending on where that referee is standing. So that's going to be a 1st down.
Well, wait a minute here.
They're going to haul a hold, too.
Looks like going to be offsetting penalties,
yep.
So they'll replay the down. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
So those penalties are offsetting. And they're going to go again with that 3rd and 5. Just basically a do-over there.
Yeah, but that's one that, with a holding call right there, that's the one you had a – well, and again, I'm looking at where the ball's placed down. So now that would have been – it's right on the 25 – or, 30-yard line. So the 5 yards would have given him a 1st down. So, big holding call out there. Even though the play picked up 7, the actual would have had a first down. Ball would have been placed down at 35-yard line.
So where the gun? 3rd and 5. Who will fake the give, drops back. Now he's going to be under a little bit of pressure, and he's being brought. No, he escapes the sack. Now he's got 2 more guys around him, and he's going to throw the ball out of bounds. But did he get out of the tackle box?
Nope.
Nope, they're going to call it intentional grounding, so that's going to register as a sack, as he was under immediate pressure by number 33, Malik Singleton, the nose guard.
Well, I was going to say, I think the big thing there was the ball didn't get back to the line.
Yeah,
of scrimmage.
it was.
We got our left-hand man here, James Blunt, and very proud for him jumping in and helping us out. He's now doing a little bit of stuff for us on Texan Live, and he actually was the one to help point that out. But like I said, the quarterback, I believe, probably had got out of the pocket there, but unfortunately that ball did not cross the line of scrimmage. So for that reason, right call, you call intentional grounding. So ball's going to be placed down. We'll call it to 17, and the punt unit punt into this win right here.
So punting into the win is Andrew Segovia, who will receive the ball, and he'll get the ball away, almost blocked, but not quite. And it's going to be fair caught at the 49-yard line by number 7, Trevonte Clark. And now it's going to be the Panthers' turn to go, and the New Caney defense needs to step up here.
That's a 33-yard punt with no return there, so really a nice punt back into the wind.
Yeah, into the wind. He's averaging 29.2 yards per punt. So now, Jonathan Brantley will stand in the gun. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. He puts his man in motion. Now he's got 2 wide receivers on the near side. He drops back to pass. He's looking on his left side. He's got a man open down the field. He's going to make the catch at the 12-yard line, but it's going to be brought down at the 2 before he gets in, and that was number 3. That was Travion Williams.
Christian Gonzalez there with the saving touchdown, but not before a big long gain there.
So 1 play, and they go down the field to the 2-yard line. New Caney trying to get set here as they're putting their 11th man in. So here comes the 2-point conversion attempt, and it's going to be no good as Brantley could not do anything.
He actually didn't get in down there, so actually it's going to be 2nd down and goal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2-yard line right here.
I thought he was in the way that formation was. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line as Brantley was unable to do anything with the ball, trying to take it up the middle side. Now he's got back in the gun, 2-yard line. Here we go. He's going to be the option play. He's going to pitch the ball to Williams, who will shed 1 tackler, but get brought down by the next man following the pursuit. That's number 42,
that
Christian
Gonzalez again. And Gonzalez saved a touchdown, so here we go now on a 3rd and goal from the 3. So can the Eagles get a defensive stand here? And boy, what a big stand it would be.
Like you said, 3rd and 3 here from 3rd and goal from the 3. Getting the call from Coach Price on the visiting sidelines. Now they've got 3 wide receivers down on the near, 1 on the far. Williams to the right of his quarterback, and it will be a handoff up the middle, but the defensive line holds strong there, and it's a gain of, looks like they're going to show him gain of 1 back to the 2-yard line where the original line of scrimmage was, and it's going to be 4th down.
And they're going to send in the field goal team here, so what a nice job right there at this point by the Eagles defense after a big, huge gain of tackling them on the 2-yard line and then holding them for 3 downs here. So, this is where you got to be careful. You got to watch for the fake, even though their kicker's got a big leg.
So Samuel Williams getting set to kick the field goal here. You can hear the wind kicking up as that ball goes up, and it looks like it goes through the uprights, and that's going to be a 3-point play. So that will make the score Panthers 10, Eagles 7 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Back here live from Texan Drive Stadium, J.W. Smith and Bert Brocker on the call here. Score, 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Panthers 10, Eagles 7 here at the homecoming game. Big game for New Caney. And C. King getting set to kick off. Samuel Williams, you got to expect his leg is going to get some work tonight. And back deep to return the ball for New Caney is David Harvey and Andrew Segovia. And here comes the kick, and it's going to be a low kick and out of the end zone this time. He's actually getting more leg on it each time he goes with that.
You know, as somebody that, of course, went to a lot smaller school, it was a 3A school, played both ways, and then, of course, was the punter and the kicker. But, as a kicker, you build confidence, and it's kind of cool when you start kicking the ball in the end zone, and then all of a sudden you want to try to kick it out and actually come real close to making it go through the goalpost right there. So showing a strong leg here tonight, even though he's got a little breeze behind him to help him, but still got a big leg.
So Timmy Ware and the New Caney offense is out on the field. They're going to go in the pistol formation. He's got 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. Awaiting his snap from Sam Cruz, the center, and he will receive the ball from the center, and it's going to be a fake handoff, and then he's going to keep it himself up the middle for a gain of 3 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. So a little keeper there for Ware. And as I said earlier, he's got that running ability as well, so you're going to see that from time to time tonight.
Yeah, he's got Allison in the backfield. Trips out to your right, 1 to the left.
He's going to hand the ball off to Allison, who's going to take it around the right side. Then he's going to find a hole, cut up, and be brought down for another gain of 3 yards. It looks like they're actually only going to give him 2 yards there. I thought he fell forward a little bit more than that, but it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles at the 30-yard line, the exact same position they were in the last drive. So now they're getting the call from the sidelines. Score update for you, Barbers Hill and Dayton, they're tied at 7 in the first quarter. Another 21-5A matchup that you're going to be watching. So from the pistol, he'll fake the give, drops back. He looks towards his left, but he's got a lot of room to run to the right, and he sees it. He's going to tuck the ball down and take it over to the 35-yard line, and that's going to be very close to a first down. It looks like they will be giving it to him. Very good awareness there for Timmy Ware.
Once again, showed he's got some pretty good speed right there because cornerback was tracking on him hard there, but he did a nice job of getting to the first down marker there and picking up the first down.
So now they're going to be in the pistol. Oh, no, they're going to shift. Looks like they're going to shift Allison over towards the right side of the line. Ware stands alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers. He will keep the ball and try to push up the middle, but nothing doing there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a few inches. It's going to be 2nd and 9.5 here. Clock continuing to run, 4:59 to go in the first quarter.
Katy Tigers, number 2 team, up 21-0 over Maid Creek in the second quarter.
That's to be expected as the really big test was last week for them, but every other opponent they've faced thus far, they've just completely manhandled.
Yeah, but I was just curious to see if they'd have any kind of letdown. But Coach Joseph out there does a great job of keeping his team fired up, and so nice job by him.
Absolutely, and Ware will hand off to Allison, who will break a couple of tackles going up the right side, and he'll gain 9 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Very good run there by Allison, who once he broke through and shed a tackle or two, made it through, and they're going to hand the ball off. Same play this time, and he's going to be brought down falling on the 45-yard line, which is the first down marker, but
looks like he's going to make the motion. It's a first down, so there we go. Move the chains.
Yeah, they're moving the chains, that's for sure. And this is exactly what New Caney needs to be doing right now, is just they need to have at least a few sustained drives to keep Travion Williams off the field, because King has already showed their ability to score fast and often if you let them. So Ware stands in the pistol. 3 wide receivers far, 1 near. Here we go. He's going to take the ball and hand it off to Allison, who's going to bounce off his offensive lineman and jump out to the left side of the field before he'll drag a couple of guys down for a 7-yard gain on the left side, and they are inside inside Panther territory. And the ball's going to be placed at the 48-yard line. And now they've crossed midfield. So Ware getting the call from his coaching staff on the sidelines. Now he's relaying that to his offensive line. And the snap, he's going to fake the handoff to Allison and drop back. He's going to toss it towards Harvey on the left side of the field over the middle. But he was covered up pretty well by the defensive back as that falls incomplete.
That Barbers Hill-Dayton game's all tied up at 7.
Humble and Crosby also going at it tonight. Looks like they're at nothing right now. So 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. Ball on the 48-yard line. Ware dropping back to pass, rolling out. Now he's got a little bit of room to run, but he's going to be wrapped up by the pursuit as he had a hole, but it got filled very quickly by the linebacker. And that's number 48, Tony Reed, for the Panthers. And it's 4th down and 6 now, as that was a loss. So the Eagles will punt it away here with 2:25 to go in the first. So Segovia getting ready to punt again. Into the wind. Williams back, standing on the 13-yard line. Good spiraling kick, and it will bounce at the 20 and be down by New Caney. It looks like they will mark it at the 13-yard line. So,
yep, we're going to go around the area. College Park up 7-0 over Aldine. Cy Creek up over Cy Lakes 10-0. Cashmere up 6-0 over Splendora. Shepherd up 7-3 over the Falcons of Huffman. Woodlands and Port, no score. Deer Park up 14-0 over Oak Ridge. And we'll get you more here in just a minute. Actually, we'll give you one more score. Cy Ranch 3, Langham Creek 0. That's our Friday night Southwest game of the week for 6A. Oh. So you can also be listening to that on Texan Live.
So it's going to be Brantley who will hand the ball off to Williams in the backfield, and he'll be brought down immediately in the backfield for no gain. Actually, it's going to be a loss of 3 yards.
Number 77 there, Jacob DeVille. Boy, nice job by him of crashing down there from his defensive tackle position and knocking him down for about a 5-yard loss right there.
So it's going to be 2nd down and roughly 15. From the gun, Brantley dropping back to pass. He's got a man open on the left side, but he doesn't see him as he's flushed out of the pocket on the right side. And now it's going to be almost picked off as he had a man open, but the pursuit closed in from the defensive back, and it was almost picked off, went right through his hands.
Yeah, that's a lot of times you see defensive cornerbacks, they're there for a reason. If they had great hands, they'd be playing offense, but that ball right there should have been picked off. But still a nice job of breaking the play up and bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 14 here. But, you know, with this offense, 14's not very far.
So 3rd and 14, ball on the 9-yard line. Brantley drops back. He's now going to be flushed out of the pocket with pressure all around him, but he's going to toss to his wide receiver, and that's going to be dropped. That was number 7 making the attempt there.
But it's not going to matter. There was a holding, but that will be declined now because the pass wasn't completed. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 14. and I'm sure they'll decline it, and King will have to send their punter out here.
And that was the target on that play was Reggie McCullough. And as you said, the penalty is declined. It's going to be 4th down. So both teams showing some offensive power and then some defensive power back and forth. 2 straight drives.
You know, our James Blunt again over to my left had a good point. That was real close to in the end zone, but it was not. In other words, it would have been a safety, and that's where they would have took that because it's a safety and you get 2 points plus you get the ball. So in this case, not what transpired. They declined the holding call, and here we go. Here's the bunt. That's over his head. That's going to be a safety anyway.
It goes over the head of the punter. Bad snap, and now New Caney has a free kick coming, and they have 9 points.
Wow. We talk about safety, and that was not exactly the way we saw it coming, but New Caney's going to get 2 free points here, so now we got a 10-9 ball game, and they're going to get the ball back.
And they get the ball, so now New Caney getting the ball. The score now 10-9 with 1:11 to go in the quarter, which is we are in the first quarter. That is a momentum killer that will take the wind out of your sails if you're King, and it'll start making you question your special teams, and it's going to make your long snapper start questioning himself. And
well, the thing is you're snapping back into a pretty steep breeze, as we talked
that's
about.
true as well.
So
yeah,
you're trying to get that ball back there on a line drive. Unfortunately, it was about 1.5 feet over the top of the reach of the punter, so it wasn't even close. He didn't even get a finger on it. So that's going to put 2 more points on the board for the Caney Eagles, and now we have a 10-9 ball game and 1:11 to go here in the first quarter.
So thus far, this first quarter has lived up to the billing of being a battle of 2 teams that are very good in this district, as David Harvey and Marty Allison are back standing on the 30-yard or the 30 and the 25 respectively. They're pretty far back for a free.
No, because he's actually going to kick this off of a tee, and so far he's kicked it out of the back of the end zone. So they'll continue to back up. This is smart because he's been kicking it out of the back, so they're going to put their heels down right around the 20-yard line. This is where you got to be careful because you know he's going to kick probably a line drive rocket here if you're New Caney.
And here comes the kick. Same thing, just kicking it line drive back, and it's going to bounce on the 10-yard line and roll into the end zone for another touchback. And he was back further, standing on the 20 that time. He got a hold of that one.
Well, it just proves the leg that we've been talking about all night, and he did a nice job right there kicking out of the back. I'm Bert Brocker, and we'll go to break.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
We have over 500 Rams to choose from, like new Ram 1500 Lone Star Cruise for just $329 a month. Or we have Ram 3500s for $37,900.
Thanks for making us one of the...
Allison, or Ware from the gun, he'll hand off to Allison, who will take it around the right side of the field down the near side, be brought down at the 34-yard line for a gain of 9, so that's going to be a very good gain for Allison. It's going to be 2nd down and 1.
Well, and these offenses, they're wasting no time when it's a possession change. They want to get out on the field here. So here we go. There's a snap, handoff right there. And that's actually going to be about a 2-yard loss. So going to bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 2.
So Allison trying to take it up the middle there on a similar play that they had just ran, but nothing doing as the King defensive line was ready for it that time. So now it's a 3rd down already here as the clock is down to 24 seconds here in the first quarter.
And they will have to run. It looks like it's a little bit off, so there will be one more play run here in this first quarter. 3rd and 2 here.
And that ball is going to be fakes the give, drops back to pass. Now he's got some time. He's being flushed out of the pocket, and he's tossing to his wide receiver. But that was thrown out of bounds as he wasn't actually throwing to him. So it's going to be 4th down here with no time left on the clock. So that'll do it for the first quarter. But before we go to break, I want to remind everybody to tune in to the Fox Sports Southwest tonight for our 11 p.m. to midnight for the high school football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with the best high school football around. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. We'll be right back.
I'm Gunnar Frenick and I train at CES Performance. I want to be the fastest and strongest person on my team. I've been training at CES for about 2 months. I've been getting faster, definitely. I was always a hard-working athlete, but here I learned that it's up to you how much you want to get better.
All right, we're back here. They switched sides. New Caney's now got the wind at their back. Panthers up 10-9 here. 12 minutes to go to start this second quarter.
Andrew Segovia back. Standing on the 20-yard line to punt it away. It's 4th and 2. And it's going to be Williams back on the 30-yard line. He's going to keep the ball. It's going to be a fake as he tries to get it over towards the first down marker, but he's brought down at the 31, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. It looked like C.E. King was actually expecting something like that as their coverage team didn't even go down the field.
They really didn't. Their coverage team was right there the whole way. Doubtly they must have saw something there that gave that away. But nice job by them on the coverage right there to force a shortage there. And the ball going to be placed down at 31-yard line. So King going to have a short field right here.
So King, and as you said, they have a short field. They're on the 31-yard line. Here in the second quarter, Panthers only leading by a point, 10-9 the score right now, as that ball is going to be handed off to Williams, who will take it up the middle. No gain on the play. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So actually it looks like they lost about a half a yard there, so it's going to be second down. Call it a long 10. Brantley standing in the gun. He's got 2 to the near, 2 to the far, and he's got Williams out to his right. He will take the snap. Now he's going to roll out to his right side, and he's got his wide receiver open and caught there down on the 23-yard line, and he will fall down, and that's number 25. And Freeney Harrison. So Harrison made the catch. For third down and 2. Coming up here. Brantley in the gun. He takes the snap, drops back to pass. Immediate blitz coming through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be wrapped up by 2 New Caney Eagles as they didn't even get touched coming in on that one. That was number 45 leading the way for, that's at Alden Adamic. So now it's 4th and 10 for the Panthers. And then it looks like they are going to go for it. They've got 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. Good area to go for it here. They're kind of in the no man's land. Might be too long going into the wind for your kicker. He drops back to pass. Here comes a blitz. He's under pressure, and he's being wrapped up in the backfield, but he gets away, and it's going to be Adamic again, who makes the sack in the backfield. 2 straight sacks. Very great athleticism there, as he makes the sack in the backfield. Turnover on downs 2 straight times for both teams. Timmy Ware now coming onto the field. They're averaging 53 points a game, only 9 in the first quarter. 10:09 to go here in the first half. Ball is on the 35-yard line.